Hey everybody, it's Kalen here with the Minute Admin, and in the last video we went over the home page on Trailhead. Let's go ahead and get started on the Learn page in Trailhead. So let's click Trails here, and Trailmixes. We're going to cover these two things first. So the first things first is trails. So what we've got here are trails, and we can filter these trails by clicking our role, our level, or we could come over here and we could click something like the product that we're interested in. We could click Sales Cloud here and show that there's 25 trails on Sales Cloud, or we could come over to these tags here like Apex and show that there's 10 trails here. So these are just filters for the trails that you want to do. Now let's go ahead and click the Admin Beginner Trail, and let's go to this Admin Beginner Trail here. And if we go to this tab here, we see that we're on the Admin Beginner Trail, and trails are just made up of modules. So we have the Salesforce Platform Basics module all the way down to this Reports and Dashboards for Lightning Experience module. And it looks like it's going to take us 8 hours and 30 minutes to finish this entire trail, and we're going to get 9,050 points for this trail. Now, that's the max amount of points that you can get for the trail. You get 500 points for finishing a hands-on activity that requires you to actually do the activity in a Salesforce Trailhead Playground or a Developer Edition org. And then you get 100 points for finishing a quiz the first time getting it right. Now, if you miss it and you get it right the second time, you get 50 points. And for the third time, you get 25 points. So let's go ahead and look at one of the units inside of this module here. And we can go ahead and do the Get Started with the Salesforce Platform unit. And we've got the learning objectives, which you'll get for every single unit that you do. And we've got the different sections in the unit here. We can scroll up and down. We've always got resources at the end of every single unit. And then we've got our challenge, or we've always got a quiz at the end of every single unit. And you have to log in to get the points, but you could go ahead and do this on your own, even if you didn't have a Salesforce login here or a Trailhead Playground. If you somehow have a way to practice this, which I would prefer, or I would say not prefer, I would say I would challenge you, or I would say it's probably best to not have a Salesforce org that you're using with your company or something that actually has real data in it. You need to create a Trailhead Playground if you're doing practice activities. Don't do this with your company's Salesforce org login. That would be a bad decision. So go ahead and create a login here with a Developer Edition org that you create, and do everything completely separate from your company's information. So let's go back to the Learn platform and see that we can go to Trailmix right here, and we can go to the Trailmix tab there. And Trailmixes are just a series of different trails added up, or you can add in different modules, plus trails, plus different projects, plus different PDFs that you want to add in, or a super badge that you want to add in. And it's just pretty much a condensed area that you want to add in for your learning credentials. So let's go ahead and say that you want to build your developer career on Salesforce. You could click this Trailmix here, and that would be comprised of the Salesforce Developer Career Path. That's just a link that you can click. You can do this Platform Development Basics module. You can do this Quick Start, Build Your First App project here. Let's see if there's a trail. If we scroll down, we have a bunch of different links and modules. We don't have any trails here, but you can add in a different trail, and you can click Follow here so you don't forget about this trail mix here. And let's go to different modules. We saw a module earlier. We can look at projects as well. So let's look at the modules that we can choose. And once this loads, we can actually see the modules that we have access to. We can filter by different modules. So we see admin beginner modules, there's 146 different modules that we can go ahead and learn from. And if we want to unfilter that, we can come over here to something like Pardot, and we can see that there's 24 modules out of 566 total modules. We can clear the filter here, and we can use the different filters to filter down on what we want to learn about. So we're good on the modules here, and we can come over to the projects, and we can see that there are 100 different projects, and we can once again filter. So admin advanced projects, there's 3 of them here, and we can click on those and we can see how long it's going to take to finish that project, how many points we'll get from that, and what we'll learn from that project. So let's go ahead and look at Trailhead Academy here and career paths. So if we go over to those, we go to this Trailhead Academy, we see that we can start learning different Salesforce skills by different academies that we can go to. So this Trailhead Academy is the admin essentials for new admins. We can take this in person or virtual, and we can click register now right here, and that will take us to a page where we can register in person or online for a Salesforce skill that we want to learn. Or we could click this tab here, and we could see the overview about this course, who should take the course, when you complete the course, what you'll be able to do, some pre-work about the course so you can take a Trailmix to prepare for this course here, and the different lessons and topics that you'll cover in the course, and related classes that you can take that relate to this specific class. So that is the Learn page for the Trailhead Academy right there, and then career paths. It's going to be pretty much just like if you were to go to the home page here and look at the different Salesforce jobs that you could get in the ecosystem. You're going to be pretty much learning the same thing here on this career path, and you get probably a little bit more insight as to what you're able to do as a Salesforce admin or Salesforce developer, architect, sales manager. Pretty much looks like the same thing that's going to be on this home page in a previous video that I covered. But yeah, you get to see what the average salary is like, how many new jobs are growing in that field, and also the job growth rate. And we get to see that tech skills paying $200,000 a year are amongst the best jobs that you can get in the tech industry. So we can go ahead and just read this stuff here. 3.3 million jobs will be created in the Salesforce ecosystem by 2022. We see how many jobs are going to be in North America, Europe, and Asia Pacific. And we can click on different roles to see what those salaries and those career outlooks are going to look like. And we can see that here. So yeah, so if we go ahead and click on one of those roles, we can see the Salesforce developer role here. We can see how much they're going to get paid, how many jobs were in the last 12 months, the general business skills that you need to have, the specialized skills that you need to have, and the day in the life of a Salesforce developer. And we can click over here to look at their day. And then we can look at people's actual stories as a Salesforce developer. And we can see what they had to go through to become a developer. So if you're interested in a certain career path, I'd advise you to click career paths here and see what's best for you. And you can click on, let's say, a sales manager and go through the same thing here. And you can see different people's stories. We see Mike Martin right here, and we go through his story. So that is the Learn tab on Trailhead. I advise you to go through this yourself. In the next video, we're going to go through the Credentials tab, and we're going to cover super badges, certifications, maintaining those certifications, and verifying those certifications. Thank you for watching this video. Stay tuned for the next one here on the Credentials tab. I look forward to seeing you soon. Thanks.